Welcome back once again to the Mike and Mike Show, sponsored by WagerPro.com, the number one sports betting app in the industry. Week 7 is here, guys, and the biggest information of the season on Sunday night is coming at you absolutely free. 800-918-3272. 5-1 on Sunday night information. Insider moves, 5-1 on the season. Cowboys, Eagles tonight. Super information on this game. It's our game of the month. We're going to share it with you for free. 800-918-3272. Just to touch on something real quick, I actually considered putting the helmet on for the start of this show, being that you can go back, check it. I called the New York Jets getting their first W of the season against the Dallas Cowboys. They got it done. We're going to look forward to doing some things like that in the future, making some bold predictions. Hopefully they work out for the best, but we're going to look into a couple of games happening for today in the NFL. First one we're going to break down, 1 o'clock Eastern time. Lions are at home against the Vikings. Big division matchup here. Vikings are a 2-point favorite on the road. Total is at 44 right now. This is a super interesting game for me. I mean, seems like we talk about the Minnesota Vikings every single week, which Cousins is going to show up. The good Cousins has definitely shown up the last couple of weeks. The Lions are, without question, the best 2-1 to be exact, team that I have ever seen. I mean, this team should have won on Monday Night Football. The referees, a couple of awful calls, cost them the game. You know, I like a lot of things that this team is doing right now. I think Matt Patricia has this team buying into the way he likes to do things. You know, he's a cutoff of Bill Belichick. Matt Stafford is playing as good as I've seen him play in years. You know, I'm not sold on Kirk Cousins. Yes, he has played a couple of good weeks. Their defense is as solid as most in the NFL. I just like the value here. The Lions, I think they're a much better team than what their record indicates. I like this team as at home, as a small underdog. I like them plus the 2, and I also like them on the money line as well. I think they win this game. What do you think, Mike?
Can they bounce back from that tough loss in Green Bay on Monday? That should have been a win for them. They blew a double-digit lead there. But before I get into that game, and that's at 1 Eastern time, 8:20 Eastern time tonight, and as Mike alluded to earlier, guys, 5-1 on the insider moves on Sunday Night Football. You just can't beat that kind of consistency. And tonight is our NFC game of the month. It's a division matchup. There's division implications on the line. There's positioning here. Both teams are 3-3. The Eagles visiting the Cowboys. The total is 49, and the line is now Dallas favored by 2.5. And guys, we agree on at least a 10-point mistake in this line once again, and it's absolutely free for you here. And this is our NFC game of the month, and it's tonight. So regardless of how you do today, you cash your ticket on this information tonight, and it's absolutely free at 1-800-918-3272. Give us a call. Get that game absolutely free. Eagles-Cowboys. Now, we do talk about the Vikings every week because I think people who've been watching probably think I'm a giant Vikings homer because I believe in their talent. I believe that Kirk Cousins is good enough to get this team into the playoffs and go deep. And, I think that they're good enough this week. And you know what? I don't think they're going to go 0-3 in the division. They've had 2 tough division losses. Detroit is 1-5 in their last 6 at home versus winning teams. And, Minnesota, they torched Philadelphia last week, and I know that there's some injuries there for that team, and they're getting healthier, but they really proved something to me by beating down on the Eagles last week. And you know what? For some reason, they play well in October, too. It's an interesting stat, but their last 9 games in the month, they're 7-1 with a push. So, I look at this team. I look at a team that's battle-tested, that's ready to play hard in a division game. That means a ton because the division is bunched up. And I just don't think that the Lions in a short week can get over that loss on the road. I think they're going to start off slow. I think Minnesota's going to have the game plan to show up. They are the better team, and they only have to win by a field goal. So I am going to disagree with you there. I think it's going to be a great game, but I'm going to take the Vikings minus the 2 there, Mike.
Okay, there you have it. I expected to disagree. Anytime the Vikings play, we usually don't agree. He seems to think things of Kirk Cousins, and I just don't. Maybe he proves me wrong over the next couple of weeks, but we'll see how that goes. But guys, as Mike alluded to, and I'll keep telling you, this is our best information of the season so far. Sunday night, Eagles, Cowboys, 5-1 already on the season, and this is by far and away our strongest information so far, and we're going to share it with you for free as well. 800-918-3272. Make this call. This game wins. No question about it. Second game we're going to get into is also today at 4:25 Eastern Time. Seahawks at home, Ravens. Seahawks 3 at home, 3-point favorite. Total right now is at 48.5. This is another very, very tough game in my opinion. I mean, everybody knows how I feel about Russell Wilson. Right now, definitely the front runner, him and Deshaun Watson for MVP of the league.
Absolutely.
The guy is just constantly willing his team to wins. They're 5-1 on the season, only 3-3 against the spread. But when this team needs to play, Russell Wilson makes the play. It's just the guy impresses me week after week after week, season after season. But you know the Ravens are 4-2 and are a super quality team. This Raven team is only 4-1 against the spread this year, and their overall record is at 4-2. I mean, their defense has been okay in my opinion. They're good, but they haven't been great. I expected a lot more from this defense. You know, this is one of those games to me, with the line being the way it is and the Seahawks play the way that they play, it never seems to jump out to big leads and just dominate a game from start to finish. It's almost like they need it to be close in order to have that energy, and Russell Wilson just feeds off of it. To me, this is a game that the team that doesn't make the big mistake in this game is going to win. I almost see this game as the team who has the ball last in this game is going to be the winner of this game. You know, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I know the Seahawks have been riding. They're 5-1, and they're doing some great things. I think the matchups here, I think the Ravens pull this one off. I'm going to go with the Ravens plus the 3. I think they have the ball last. I think they make just enough plays to win this game.
Okay, and that game's at 4:25 Eastern Time. Ravens-Seahawks, going to be a good one here. And guys, don't forget tonight, our Sunday Night Football Insider Move. It is our NFC Game of the Month. It's the Eagles and Cowboys. The winner will be in first place. The loser will be searching for answers here. And we agree that there's at least a 10-point mistake in the line. Whatever your average bet is, you can go ahead and put 5 to 10 times that number on this information tonight. Because so far this year, Mike and I are 5-1 on the Sunday Night Football Insider Move. So when we agree on a big mistake, guys, you could basically cash your ticket every single time. 1-800-918-3272. You call that number, you're going to get this information absolutely free. You're going to end your week on a high note. Now, as far as the Ravens and the Seahawks, I understand your argument for Baltimore. It is a little suspicious that Seattle's only favored by 3, but I think that's just because a lot of people are giving Baltimore a little too much credit. If you were going against Baltimore and Baltimore alone this year, you'd be hitting 80% of your bets.
Right.
And you know what? They didn't cover last week against Cincinnati.
No,
they started off hot against the bottom feeders of the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't played well the last 3 weeks. Let's face it. You talked about the turnover battle. I'll take Russell Wilson over Lamar Jackson because Russell Wilson's a professional and he takes care of the ball. Following an ATS loss, Baltimore's 0-5 in their last 5. So we already talked about it. They don't cover games. They're 0-4-1 in their last 5 overall. 0-5 depending on the line on that one push, by the way. And, you know, Seattle, 4-1 ATS in their last 5 against winning teams. So I know that they keep games close, but they do cover these games, and they're battle-tested, and they're at home, the 12th man. Something about this Baltimore team is just not right. They're not clicking. They're talented, but I just don't think they're going to put it together for a full 4 quarters. Maybe it will be close, but I do see the Seahawks pulling away here, maybe winning the game by, 7 to 10 points. So I'm going to disagree there. I am the president of the Russell Wilson fan club. He's the best player in the NFL right now. He is my NFL MVP. And you know what? He's been great to me. We've made a lot of money using him.
Nice,
so I'm going to stick with that game, and I'm going to go with Seattle minus the 3 points there, Mike.
Okay, guys, like I said, the information is absolutely free, as usual, on the Insider Move, Sunday Night Football. The proof is in the pudding, guys. 5-1 on the season, and this, like I said, is by far our best information of the season, Sunday Night Football. Eagles, Cowboys, make this call, 800-918-3272. You will win this game tonight absolutely free. Last game we're going to break down is a weird game here. There's a lot of things happening with the game. When they scheduled this game, by the league, I don't expect they were anticipating Bears-Saints to be with no Breeze, no Trubisky, no Kamara. A lot of injuries in this game. Trubisky, I wasn't thinking highly of him to begin with, but I just don't know what to make of this team. I was looking at it. I was actually thinking maybe it was going to be a no play for us, but, the total's only 38 in this game. So, obviously, defense is going to win this game, and the way I look at it simply is the Bears are the more opportunistic defense in this. I just think they make more big plays. They'll force turnovers. I think the best player on the field is going to be on the defensive side of the ball, the Chicago Bears. The Bears are coming off of a bye. And listen, I've been riding the Saints, and I've been super impressed by Bridgewater being undefeated in the absence of Drew Brees. I just think with no Kamara, it's going to be very, very difficult for this team to go on the road against this type of a defense coming off of a bye. I'm tentative on it, but I'm going to go with the Bears minus the 3. What do you think, Mike?
Okay, yeah, and that's at 4:25 Eastern time. It's a great game in the NFC. I mean, let's face it, even with the injuries, both are obviously playoff contenders. And, before I get into that, let's not forget why we're here for that insider move, our NFC game of the month, the Eagles and Cowboys tonight, guys. We have broken this game down every way you can. We agree on a 10-point mistake in the line. When we agree, cash your ticket, make as much money as you can. It's absolutely free, and we're already 5-1 on the Sunday Night Football insider moves this year. So it's a no-brainer here, guys. You're going to get it for free. Give us a call, 1-800-918-3272. That's the Eagles and the Cowboys. The winner will be the division leader, and the loser will be left scratching their heads trying to figure things out here, almost at the midway point in the season, too, by the way.
Right.
Saints and Bears, this is simple for me. They did this last week. Jacksonville was favored by 3 at home against the Saints. They swayed the public to bet the wrong side, the home favorite. Obviously, we saw what New Orleans was able to do. I understand Kamara's injury, but who's playing quarterback for the Bears this week? They still haven't even figured that out. So, you know what? They're 5-1. I've already gone on record to say this. Even as good as the Patriots are, when Breeze comes back, the New Orleans Saints are the best team in the NFL. That's my opinion.
I agree with that.
I picked them to go to the Super Bowl the last 2 years. I'm sticking with them. They've had bad luck in the playoffs. I love this team. They're 4-0 against the spread their last 4. In their last 5 against Chicago, 4-0-1, so they always play well against Chicago. I understand Chicago's got a great defense. So do the Saints. And their defense is very underrated. No one talks about them. So, this is actually an easy one for me, to be honest with you. They're the best team in football, and they're +3. I don't think I need to say anything else. So, agree to disagree. But the Saints have been a team that has been phenomenal for us this year. We've cashed our ticket with them. They've been on a tremendous run. I love Teddy Bridgewater. He takes care of the ball. He's a professional quarterback. And I think that's what gives them the edge in this game, and I'm going to take the Saints plus the 3.
Should be interesting. There you have it, guys. Those are the 3 that we've broken down for you. Obviously, these are not insider moves. These are not games we're giving you the advice to go and bet big money on. These are beer bets. These are bets with your buddies, things that you like, their opinions. But the key to your success is dialing this phone number, 800-918-3272. It is our best information of the season on Sunday night. Eagles, Cowboys, do not miss out on the opportunity to get a play like this for free. This is normally something we'd be charging thousands of dollars for, guys. We're giving it to you absolutely free. 800-918-3272. We're going to be back on Monday, breaking down the Monday night game. Looks like the information is going to be outstanding there as well. Until then, I wish you luck. Mike's going to close us out.
All right, yeah, and again, guys, if you have a question about any particular matchup, you can utilize the number and get in contact with a Wager Pro analyst, and they'll help you here. They'll help guide your way through Sunday afternoon. Make sure you're putting money in your pocket in the NFL. We're almost midway through the year, so if you're not doing as well as you feel you should be, the time is now, guys. So make the call. It's absolutely free. 1-800-918-3272. It's our NFC game of the month, Eagles and Cowboys. And guys, this is a big one for us. We agree there's at least a 10-point mistake in the line. You're going to get it absolutely free. 1-800-918-3272. Get in the know. Bet like a pro. We'll see you for tomorrow night, Monday Night Football. It's going to be a big-time matchup. Go out there and make some money. Have a great night.